Here we go again with another Lego logo. The Marvel one, needless to say, was pretty rough, but is the Lego Star Wars one any better? Let's talk about it. Thanks to LEGO for gifting this set for review, and this set is going to be on the smaller side with 700 pieces versus the 931 pieces that came in the Marvel set. You get two manuals with the set. The first one is for the star, and this has some basic images and info for the logo, and then a second manual for the bottom portion, which is the wars. Now, I built both sides of this build, obviously, and actually found it pretty enjoyable. It was really cool to see how they were able to achieve some of the angles of the letters. And if you look really closely, you can see some really nice greebling work in between the letters, which again is some pretty amazing design work. Now, there's not a whole bunch to talk about when it comes to the logo. It's the Star Wars logo, but there is one hidden feature in this set which I thought was a nice touch. Lifting off the top of the T here, you're going to find a mini version of an Imperial Star Destroyer chasing down the Tantive 4, just like we see in the opening scene of Star Wars A New Hope. The two words here do break apart pretty easily, so if you wanted to display them in different ways, you have the ability to do so. So I haven't built the new Marvel Lego logo yet, and I probably won't. But looking at the images in comparison to the Star Wars logo, I think the Star Wars logo looks so much cleaner. The Marvel logo is labeled as 12+, so they are trying to capture some of the younger audience with that set, but the Star Wars logo is going to be labeled 18+, and is obviously going to be more for that hardcore adult Star Wars fan. Now, the Marvel logo has a bunch of minifigures here that kind of appear to pop out of the logo like a play feature, and honestly, I just don't like it at all. I'm sure it probably is fun for kids, but I think LEGO is trying to do a little bit too much with just a basic logo, and overall, it just looks a little bit boxy to me and unfinished. I think the designers did a really good job, and I think they did it right with the Star Wars logo, keeping it just a simple display piece. And again, I am pretty amazed at how they managed to get the logo as accurate as it actually is. The only thing that I think would have been a nice addition to the logo would probably have been a George Lucas minifigure. If there was any set to add him to, this in my mind would be the one. There is even like the perfect spot to set a minifigure over here as well on the logo, so if I were to have a complaint, that would be my one complaint. So you're not going to be blown away by this build. It's a logo. I mean, it is really cool. They did an amazing job on it. Like I said, I think it's really accurate, looks really good, but it's just a Lego logo. So I'm going to put the build experience on this one at a grade of 31 out of 40. So I'm going to keep the display and play category short and sweet. This set is for display, obviously. You can kind of see here what it looks like sitting next to a few of the recently released Star Wars sets, and honestly, a set like this is going to look really good on a shelf full of Star Wars sets. The yellow really pops here, and the fact that they have added some nice greebling in between the letters instead of just like a flat black brick is some nice attention to detail, and honestly looks really good. Dimensions on this are going to be 11.5 inches wide or 33 centimeters and only about 5 inches or 13 centimeters high, so it's a relatively small set. So there is no play functions with a set like this, obviously, and I don't think it really needs any play functions. I don't think the Marvel logo needed any play functions, but I think it looks really good, and I think it's going to look good next to any Star Wars fans collection. So I'm going to put the display and play category on this set at 12 out of 20. So we all know the catastrophe on pricing of the Marvel logo falling at $100. And even though it was around 10 cents per piece and you got a few minifigures, it's just a red and white box that you basically get for $100. The Star Wars logo is going to be significantly more affordable at $59.99 here in the US and drops the price per piece down to just over 8 cents per piece, which is a relief to see Star Wars actually be the more affordable model. Did I just use the word Star Wars and affordable in the same sentence? So I did feel like the value was there when building this logo for $60, but in full transparency, if I were purchasing this set myself, I probably would have waited and grabbed the set on sale. This is the type of set that I feel like will go on sale in the next 6 to 12 months, and you probably will be able to grab in the $30 to $40 price range. Unless you're a super hardcore Star Wars fan that needs this day one, I would recommend waiting around a bit for this one to get an even better price. Because of what this set is, LEGO can only sell so many of this set. It's not like it's a Star Wars spaceship where you can buy tons of them for a display or army building. You're gonna buy one logo and that's it. And for that reason, I think we will see some good discounts on this set in the future. So like I said, even at full retail price, I still feel like you get your money's worth here. Is it an incredible value? No, but I think it's a solid value. So I'm gonna put the grade on this at 15 out of 20. So how does the community feel about this set as a whole, and what is the grade you all gave the set? Looking at the poll as of this recording, almost 400 votes with right around 70% saying this set was a pass. It sounds like a lot of people are going to try to catch this one on a discounted price, which I think is a good idea, and also I think most people would have liked to have seen some sort of minifigure included with it. So that's what I'm gathering from the poll and the comments on this set. You can drop a comment down below if you feel like there's a different reason people are choosing to pass, but overall on the community vote, you all gave it a 6 out of 20. The grades on the logo kind of fall in a mid-range when looking at all of them finalized. The final grade is going to be 64 out of 100, which is going to drop this one into the maybe category, as we can see here. This set is definitely not going to be for everyone, but it is a cool set overall in my opinion. If you want to see one of my other 2025 reviews, here's a couple to pick from, and I will see you over there.